Good morning and welcome to Tales from the Barn. Welcome back. Thank you, Doycroft, for that sharing with us that lovely story of the turnstile. And thank you to everybody else who's given me some more short stories. So over the coming weeks, months, years, we'll be putting some of them out. And please keep them coming. Excellent. Anyway, today's story. Now I have to rush a little bit because I've got church in a minute. It's Sunday morning, so please excuse me. But Sunday morning. Now this story goes back some years, and for me, very, very small lad. Now I will just say one thing about it. That children can be cruel, okay? So I sincerely apologise if I offend anybody with this story. It's not meant to offend. It's just an observation by me as a child and some of the silly things we used to get up to. So it goes back to Oak Hill, where I grew up years and years ago with a couple of mates of mine. Now, I'm sure everybody else used to have them in towns and villages, wherever they grew up. You had characters in the village who, as you get older, you think, what was that all about? You know, who were they? What? We used to make fun of them. And sometimes the reasons were not known. They had nicknames who I can always remember growing up and hearing the adults talking about this guy who used to walk up the footpath where we used to live, Zion Hill, with his push bike. Always used to amaze me. He had the segs in his shoes. They used to clip clop coming up the hill. Very slow, tall, very tall guy. Real thick bottle glasses, you know, the really thick ones years ago. He used to wear a hat, but always tell you he used to wear a tie. And he used to get to the top of the hill. And I remember watching him get on his push bike, and it used to wobble in, and he'd get a few cycle revolutions. And he'd have to stop again and get off and walk some more. But anyway, this guy, he had a nickname, and we never knew why. And it was called Floaty Francis. We were always told by the adults, that's Floaty Francis. So, the years went on, and we wondered about this guy. You know, he never used to talk. He always used to acknowledge us and move on. And then came this... there was a thing that he had a metal plate in his head. Now, as kids, we used to think, metal plate in his head? Was he some kind of robot? Was he... So then came this thing that we decided, well, if you had a magnet, surely if we hid behind the gate of our yard, we could draw him off his push bike or make it difficult for him to cycle. So we used to hide for ages, waiting for him to come up the hill. And then we'd be behind the gate with this magnet. Anyway, time went on a little bit. And one of my mates found one of these big horseshoe magnets, big red one. He found it at, I think it was, he went to Dolphin Square in Weston-super-Mare once, and at the market, at the bazaar, and found this magnet for sale. So he decided to buy it, and he said, Paul, I've got just the thing. And we waited and waited, and up Floaty Francis came up the hill. And he struggled to get on the bike, and Now, I did say kids can be cruel, so please, bear with me. And we had this big red magnet, and we tied it on a bit of string, so we pushed it out around the corner of the gate so it would be have more strength. And he was coming up, and we held this magnet up as he went past. He must have realised or sensed we were there. And he struggled to get on the bike. And we thought for a minute, it's working. It's working. Flighty Francis was being drawn back by the magnet. But no, he was man of steel. He carried on. So, Floaty Francis, we knew nothing about you. We apologise for what we used to try and do. Sorry if it used to hold you back on your push bike. But another story from our crazy world as kids. So, thank you. Please, everybody, stay safe. Okay, look after yourselves. We want to see you when all this is over. Stay safe. Love to you all from Tales from the Barn. Goodbye.